Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of In My Mind, the series where I give my thoughts and opinions on different tech news and announcements in the industry. So, yeah, this one's going to be interesting because with everything that's going on with AI, I'm surprised that this even happened and happened as quickly as it did. So, let's get into the article. Now, this is from The Verge, and the article title reads, Meta turns off the Instagram feature that lets users make AI deepfakes of public accounts. Now, the feature that they're talking about is Muse AI. And Muse AI was just recently introduced to allow you to make AI, I guess, deepfakes, like they say, of public accounts. So any account that's not private and has this feature on. And I think a lot of accounts, if not all of them, have this on by default. I could be mistaken, but let's get into the article. So, following significant backlash, Meta is turning off the feature it announced this week that let users generate AI images based on content from public Instagram accounts just by tagging them, which I think is insane that that's even a thing. Like, let's just stop right there. So, if you tag any public account, you can just start making AI content based off of their account without their consent, which is insane, to say the least. The feature, as originally set up, meant that content from any public Instagram account could be used in AI creations without the account owner's permission. That is just insane. It just shows how desperate Meta is to introduce as many AI features into all of their products as possible. And as someone who does use AI to a certain extent for work and has used AI for personal use, this is not the type of AI that people want. I mean, a lot of people just don't want AI in general, and I don't blame them. But like, this is right here one of the main reasons why people don't want AI, because of dumb stuff like this, especially without people's consent. Like, you're just making it harder and harder for people to want to adopt this stuff. And you're making it more likely that people will already have an opinion formed based on this kind of article. So let's continue. I'm just getting upset. Earlier this week, we announced that, well, quote from Meta. Earlier this week, we announced that one way for people to generate images in Meta AI is by mentioning public Instagram accounts that they want to reference. Meta says in an update to a blog post about its new Muse image AI model. Our intent was to provide a useful creative tool and to give people control over whether their public account could be referenced in this way. We've heard the feedback that this feature missed the mark, so it's no longer available. Now, is it no longer available at all, or just in this form? Is Meta going to try to rebrand this in some way, change the functionality of how you're able to do this with public accounts? Or is it only going to be when people consent to stuff like this? It's very interesting, and I'm hoping that they clarify this more, but I'm glad they turned it off. This should have never been a thing, in my opinion. Not in this way. Absolutely not in this way. It just doesn't make any sense why they would allow this to be a thing. Just the initial sound of it is crazy. So, yeah, I'm glad they turned it off. Let's continue. Meta did let you opt out by digging through settings before turning off the feature entirely, but the feature still drew major criticism. Yeah, the fact that you have to go all the way down your settings menu, and I didn't know about this until Tanzania told me about it. She mentioned this, and I was like, oh, Muse AI, is that what you're talking about? And she said, yeah, you have to turn it off. And I didn't even know about like the setting that it was tied to. So she showed me exactly where to go. It's like all the way down there. I mean, there's so many settings in all of these Meta products. It's ridiculous. But this one thing in particular, like, you have to go and actually know exactly what it is and then turn it off entirely. So I'm glad she did that, and she let me know exactly what to do. Quote, not only does the obviously erode our rights to our own likeness, but it is an obvious tool for sextortion and other scammers. Haley McNamara, yeah, McNamara, Executive Director and Chief Strategy Officer of the National Center on Sexual Exploitation, said earlier on Friday. Quote, pursuing high-risk design and then putting the onus on individuals to jump through hoops to opt out is unacceptable. Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, you shouldn't be able to do this in this way at all, like full stop. There's no reason why this should have been implemented in this way, and the user flow is to just tag any public account. What happens if they're just randomly tagging accounts and they're just like, even accounts they don't know? Like, it doesn't matter whether they know the person or not. The whole point is, like, these accounts are not agreeing to any of this. These settings are things that you have to go and turn off. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is just a complete miss on Meta's part with a lot of things in the last few years, obviously, in terms of like AI features and functionality and things like that. But yeah, this is probably the biggest miss. And I'm glad they turned it off as quickly as they did. It just, I don't know how much money they're burning through trying to create all of these AI features that no one asked for. Like, it's wild to me that they would even consider this. I don't know if they do any like user testing or anything like that for these types of features. And those people are like, hey, yeah, this is good. We like this. This is something I would definitely use. I don't think any of that is happening, so I would say good on them for turning it off, but like, obviously this should have never even been a feature. So, yeah. The Screen Actors Guild recommended that its members opt out of the feature and spelled out instructions on how to do so. So I guess there's a link on exactly how to turn the feature off. I will leave this in the link of my description along with this article. So not only you can, read the article, but you can go and understand how to turn this off in Instagram, in case they decide to bring it back in some way, shape, or form. Like, because I don't know if that specific setting is only tied to Muse AI or if it's tied to any of the AI features in Instagram. So, yeah, it would be kind of nice to understand that. I have it off. Tanzania has it off. I don't know how many people that I know understand what this was or what this is, or knows what settings are tied to AI features and functionality within Instagram and Facebook and any of these other Meta products. So, yeah, good article from The Verge. This Meta is so desperate to just create all types of things with AI until something sticks. And bad news, I mean, none of this stuff is going to stick. Nobody wants this stuff. So they can keep pumping out all of these features with AI and stuff like that, but people just don't want this stuff. And until they understand that, they're going to keep pouring all of their money and resources into stuff like this. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but at least they turned it off. So, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Were you excited to use Muse AI? Did you even get a chance to try this? And how do you feel about Meta's AI features in any of their products? Obviously, I'm not a fan of this, but I do use AI for work and stuff. But for nothing like this, it's just like process improvement and stuff like that. So, yeah, comment below with your thoughts on this. And again, I'll bring it up if any of you want to help support our cat Goten's medical recovery. There's a GoFundMe link in the description. Donate if you can, share if you can. If not, it's totally fine. I'm just going to keep bringing it up because we do need the support, and we want to give him as much care as possible. Also, as I mentioned earlier, I'll leave the links to the article and the link to disable the settings in case for some reason this setting is tied to other AI features within Instagram. I'll leave all of this stuff in the description below. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see each other later.